innovation. Hi, I'm Shane with the Drum Center of Portsmouth in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. We are on the web at drumcenter.com. We are the largest independently owned drum store in the world, and all the drums, cymbals, and hardware and microphones that you see demoed today are going to be available for purchase in the links below. It's always exciting this time of year because I always want to know what Tama's coming out with because they always bring something. We have to remember that we are on the heels of their 50th anniversary. 2024 was a massive year for Tama. They have told me it was their largest sales year they've ever had. So you can't just follow up that with something even bigger. But you can't come to the table empty-handed either. And they never do. They always are driving innovation and bringing us new things. And they managed to do that this year. We have limited edition drum sets, we've got snare drums, and we've got the coolest piece of hardware that you're going to see this year. We'll talk about that in a minute. First up is the SLP 12x7 Mod Bubinga. I had so much fun playing this drum. When you think about a 12-inch snare, you're thinking it's got a very limited tuning range. That really isn't the case with this drum at all. Obviously, if you want to go sky high and crank this thing up, that's what you would come to expect out of a 12-inch drum. But something that's really cool is a 12-inch drum that allows you to go real low. And because of the 7-inch depth on this drum, you have that ability. This is a straight wall Bubinga shell, and it's got the sound arc hoops, and it has their new throw off. It's got a really dynamic sound, dynamic tuning range, and it comes in this really cool finish. This drum was so popular with a couple of their artists, they also decided to do a limited edition in a couple of colors as well. How am I supposed to pronounce this name? Aeschliman? Yeah, I can't pronounce either of the names. If you like this drum, but you want it in the seafoam version or in the purple version, you can do that. But remember, quantities are very limited, so act fast. We also have this beautiful walnut birch, black walnut Burl snare drum. This is actually not even a catalog release drum. This is something that was exclusive from the factory tour that I did when I went to the Tama factory in Japan last spring. And it has a gorgeous black walnut veneer, 14x5 size with the die-cast hoops. And it's funny because we were just talking earlier, in years past, Tama had the Birch Bubinga drums. When that was phased out, Walnut Birch took its place. But I remember the biggest complaint people had about the Birch Bubinga drums was that they really didn't love the snare drums. They figured it out with the Walnut Birch because these snare drums are just outstanding. We also have a new addition to the Starphonic line of snare drums. This is the Spruce. Natural satin finish with this gorgeous center stripe. The Starphonic drums are really responsive. Spruce has a nice mellow tone, and this has 8 lugs. And of course that linear drive strainer, which is just perfect. Now, if you notice the Starphonic hoops, it has a completely different type of hoop and how it grabs on there. And it allows for nice accurate tuning, but I think it really lends itself to more sensitive dynamic playing. When you're hitting hard and much harder rim shots, it has a tendency to gate, and sometimes people like that, and sometimes they don't. So the Starphonic line I really suggest for people that are playing a little bit more dynamic, a little bit more medium, and not so much really hitting. There are also some really incredible limited walnut birch drum sets. These are also from the factory visit that I did. They just came in. There are 3 different kits, all one configuration with the 22 by 16 inch bass drum, the 10-8, 12-9 toms, 14-12, 16-14. All have black nickel hardware. We've got them in this jade silk wrap. We've got them in red and white oyster and blue and white oyster. And I have to tell you that with the black hardware, these kits just pop. The wrap finish is something that, offers you a little bit more durability than a lacquer finish, which is attractive to some. I know it is for me, especially if I'm going to be carrying around these from gig to gig. We've showcased the walnut birch drums a lot. We're big fans of this kit here, and these sound just incredible. They wanted to do an exotic finish as well. This is also a very limited kit. This is the Vermilion Boss Fonts Fade, but it might be Bosse Fonce, I'm not sure. If you want a nice exotic looking finished drum set with this black nickel hardware, Tama does it right. There's also a couple of cool new accessories. They came up with this little travel practice pad. I think it sells for about $6. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
If you want a travel practice pad that says Tama on it, we have them available. There's also some cool new stick bags. They're different. I think that we're seeing a bit of a trend of people wanting to go to a smaller stick bag, and that's what they've done with these. And they are very colorful. As a fan of innovation This is what I'm really just so jazzed about, and that is the new mirror rod. I have had one of these mirror rods since October, and I have to say it is absolutely incredible. Of all of the pedal attachments out there, I have never tried one that touches this one. It's obvious that they spent a very long time on the R&D side of things with this, as they always do, and they didn't come out with it until it was ready, and this thing is just awesome. Where they really just figured out the latency problem was really in the placement of the bearings. And just this small change that they've made has made a world of difference. And I have tried this on existing Tama pedals, DW pedals, Pearl pedals, and the results are just, they're always the same. It's like having a new pedal. Now, if you have an old pedal, is it worth getting the mirror rod? That's sort of up to you to decide, because at the price that it's selling at, it's about half the price of a good double pedal. But it's also like getting a new double pedal, so you need to determine whether or not that's worth it for you. One thing they did do, which is just a really cool idea, is they really want people to check these things out. So they're doing limited edition pedals of Speed Cobra, Iron Cobra, and Dynasync with the mirror rod, and it comes with its own bag, and it's selling for only $100 more than the regular Speed Cobra, Iron Cobra, or Dynasync would sell. Get one of these because it's absolutely incredible. And I know that I can say all this because I've tried it, I've played it, but what we want to do is have some of the people that work here check these out and see their reaction because they haven't tried it yet. I'm really curious to see what the results are.
Hey, I'm Adam, and I play a 9500 chain drive double pedal from Yamaha. I've had this pedal forever, and I love it. So I'm going to check it out today with the new Tama mirror rod attachment to see if it feels any better. Let's check it out. Stock setup of the 9500C. I like it because it takes up a low footprint, which is kind of nice. Okay, and now let's check out the mirror rod. All right, well, it's easy enough to set up. I like the one adjustment point here. That's nice, where you don't have to adjust it from either side. I definitely noticed that there is a little bit less friction on the slave pedal. When I did this with the original connector rod, I don't think it went for as long. My left foot definitely feels a lot lighter. You know, muscle memory plays a big part. I think I'm used to working a little bit harder with my left foot, so it feels kind of squirrely, but I can definitely say that it is a superior connector rod for sure, if you're looking for less latency and lower friction.
I'm Max. This is my double pedal. I play a Speed Cobra 900. I like it because it's got the longer footboards, slightly lower position, just gets a smoother kind of rolling action when you're playing faster speeds. So we're gonna try it out and then put a mirror rod on it. Yeah, normal rod, definitely a little bit laggier on the left side, much easier, more force on the right. So we got the mirror rod on here. Went on much smoother here than the previous rod, and definitely a lot more action in the left. Easy to get a ton of power without having to overexert. Yeah, very smooth.
I'm Tony, and I also play Speed Cobra. I've been playing one of these for, I can't honestly remember how long. I know it very well. I am not much of a double bass drummer, but I use it occasionally for fills and all that good stuff, so let's check this out. Yeah, that's Speed Cobra. It's exactly how I've felt it for years. Noticeably different. So I just use my right foot on both, and I can very confidently say that there is zero difference in the feel. And if there is at all, I'm not a good enough drummer to notice it.
It is obvious that a lot of R&D went into this piece of hardware, and I'm just absolutely thrilled with it. I think they've done a fantastic job. And if you're looking to upgrade your double pedal, this is a great way to do it. That just about covers it. I think that we've got some nice new offerings. It's not too much, it's not too little. Which snare drum was your favorite? We always love to get your feedback in the comments below. It helps make us better, and it helps us make better videos for you. Allow me to take this opportunity to remind you to please subscribe, because that helps us, believe it or not. Click that subscribe button, and it allows us to bring more content like this. And if you want to buy any of these drums, or snare drums, or these mics, or these cymbals, the links to do it are in the description below. Of course, we value your support. Thank you for being a part of what we do, and we will see you in the next one.